So Logan Paul might have just smashed his own lawsuit with a handful of text messages. Yes, for real. And now he says he turned down $15 whopping million to box Messi's bodyguard because he wants to be a full-time WWE wrestler. Buckle up, because this rabbit hole is about to get even deeper and a lot messier. Picture this for a second. You Logan Paul, you made a name by filming pranks, shouting into a camera, and boxing other internet stars. You have stacked up cash, fancy cars, and a fan base the size of a small country, yet somehow, every few months, you manage to find a new way to trip over your own feet. Just when folks think the circus is over, another clown car arrives. Today, I'm walking through the newest act, a lawsuit against Coffeezilla, some leaked text that might ruin everything, a weird drink fight with Lionel Messi, and a wild claim about turning down a huge bout. Stick around because each twist is wilder than the last. Let's rewind for a second. 2 years ago, Logan launched CryptoZoo. It was sold as a fun game where you buy digital eggs, hatch cute animals, then blend them into rare creatures worth big money. The words life-changing were tossed around a lot. The problem? The game never worked. The eggs stayed eggs. The cute animals never hatched. People who poured savings into it felt fooled. Wallets stayed empty, and trust dropped to zero. The internet lit up with angry posts, and Logan's name trended for all the wrong reasons. That's when Coffeezilla stepped in. Coffeezilla hunts down shady online projects. He pokes holes, follows the money, and tells everyone what he finds. He did a 3-part video on CryptoZoo and called it a scam. I watched the clips myself. He showed messages, timelines, and promises that went nowhere. Viewers loved it. Logan? As expected, not so much. He fired back on social media, threatening to sue. A week later, he pulled an about face, said sorry, and blamed bad partners. He also promised to pay back the fans. Months passed, and many fans still said they had no refund. Fast forward to today, Logan actually filed that defamation lawsuit after all. He says Coffeezilla kept saying CryptoZoo a scam, and that hurt his name. But here's the twist. Coffeezilla just placed some alleged Logan Paul text in the court file, and wow, they look real rough. In one message, Logan writes he wants people who wronged me to suffer. In another, he vows to sue Coffeezilla into the ground. He even types that public humiliation is more effective. Reading those words felt like peeking into a comic book villain's diary. It doesn't shout, I'm seeking truth. It screams, I'm out for revenge. Because I'm nosy, I borrowed comments all over the web. Many people said the same thing. These texts could blow up Logan's own case. Think about it. He's in court saying, Coffeezilla hurt my good name, but then his own chat show him planning to crush a critic just because he can. Others might look at those messages and wonder if the lawsuit is simply payback. If that doubt sticks, Logan's legal team has a uphill climb. And just when you think the story calms down, Logan tosses another log on the fire. He sat on a wrestling talk show and casually said he rejected a $15 million boxing offer. The challenger? Lionel Messi's personal bodyguard. Logan shook his head and said, nope, I'm busy chasing WWE gold any other day. That line alone would own the headlines, but because we're knee-deep in lawsuit drama, it feels like extra seasoning on an already spicy dish. Fans split right down the middle, some cheering on. Good for you, Logan, stick to wrestling. Others roll their eyes so hard, they see their own brain. Sure dude, you skipped 15 million, sounds like a stunt. I lean somewhere in the middle. On one hand, Logan has wrestled at big WWE events. He takes jumps off ladders, lands on tables, and looks like he loves it. On the other hand, 15 million is a mountain of cash. Most of us won't see that money in 3 lifetimes. Walking away from that kind of payday is hard to swallow. But hold on, the Messi link doesn't end there. I stumbled on a new chatter about a fresh fight that has nothing to do with bodyguards and everything to do with drinks. Here's the quick rundown. Logan and his buddy KSI launched a sports drink called Prime. Bright colors, sweet taste, kids go nuts for it. Then Messi backed a new drink called Mass Plus. The two cans look almost like twins at first glance. Mass Plus folks said, Prime bullied them into changing their look, so they filed a legal claim. Prime fired back, saying Mass Plus copied their trademark design. Now both sides are throwing papers at each other. Logan being Logan, he didn't stay quiet. In a video I found on social media, he stared at the camera and called Messi out. Yes, the GOAT Messi himself. He said, "Brother, you copied us. Everybody saw it. Then we got sued. How's that fair?" He kept talking and finally shouted a crazy offer. He kept talking like a rat and finally shouted a crazy offer. Drop all the court stuff if Messi steps into a boxing ring with him in 2025. Think about that. A YouTuber turned wrestler daring the greatest football player on earth to throw hands just to end a drink dispute. If my popcorn wasn't already buttered, it is now. Do I think Messi will fight? Absolutely not. The man lifts trophies, not boxing gloves. Plus, he's busy scoring goals in Miami. Still, the call-out fits Logan's pattern. Turn every business problem into a headline-grabbing challenge. Whether it's smart or silly, it keeps his name buzzing. Let's pause and break down his WWE journey. Logan first showed up on WWE 2 years back. Folks thought it was a one-time cameo, then he kept returning. He had a headline match at WrestleMania. He even wore a bright blue Pokemon card around his neck. The crowd booed, but they were loud, and WWE loves loud. Soon, he signed a longer deal. Recently he said he isn't a part-time attraction, he's in for the long haul. If that's real, turning down a big boxing fight makes a tiny bit sense. Wrestling runs weekly shows. If you're off training for a fight, you miss stories, and stories sell tickets. Still, I can't get past those leaked texts. They hang over this saga like a storm cloud. Even if Logan pins an opponent in the ring, the internet won't forget those screenshots. Public mood is already sour. People feel burned by CryptoZoo, tired of apologies, and wary of big promises. Add the text, and now a drink war with Messi, and a new picture forms. One of a guy swinging lawsuits and callouts to stay on every timeline. That vibe is hard to shake. So where does this rollercoaster end? If the texts get proven real, it just could chop up Logan's lawsuit, or at least view it with heavy doubt. Coffeezilla might just walk away feeling even stronger. The Prime vs Mass Plus fight may drag on, or maybe Messi just laughs it off. Meanwhile, Logan will still chase his dream of holding a WWE belt, but every headline about that dream will likely mention the messy courtroom fights. Here's my personal take. Logan Paul is a master of staying in the spotlight. He spins chaos into clicks better than almost anybody. Maybe he thinks all press is good press. Maybe winning in wrestling matters more to him than winning in court. But there's a limit. Fans forgive a lot, but they hate feeling tricked. If he wants long-term love from the crowd, he needs clear accents, finish the CryptoZoo refunds, cool the legal frames, and focus on something real. In the end, Logan's world is a loud blend of bright lights and dark shadows. One moment, he's flipping off ropes in front of a roaring arena. The next, his phone messages leak and drag him back into drama. Now a sports drink squabble pulls Messi's name into the chaos. It's like watching a soap opera on fast forward. I keep watching with popcorn on hand, but I can't help thinking a quiet life might serve him better. So what do you think? Did Logan throw his own case under the bus with a few angry texts? Will Messi even bother to lace up gloves over a drink can? And do you buy this story of leaving $15 million whopping on the table? Or is that just headline candy? Tell me below in the comments, and if you want more wild tales from the internet circus, tap the next video popping up right now. Peace out.